Hello and welcome to DGP 411. This is a tutorial for all of the how-to basics that you need to know to be successful at DGP. First of all, why do we do DGP? Well, it's real simple. As opposed to learning grammar in units, like the various parts of speech, one at a time, sentence parts, phrases, structure, purpose, capitalization and punctuation, rules, etc., we only take 7 to 10 minutes daily and we cover it all with DGP. We have the same sentence all week, and on Monday, they identify the parts of speech in that sentence. Tuesday, they identify the sentence parts and phrases. Wednesday, they identify the clauses, sentence type, and purpose. Thursday, they correctly capitalize and punctuate the sentence. And then Friday, they do diagramming as a review of all of the above. You can't diagram the sentence until you've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday's work. You'll also notice that they're put in an order so that each day builds and supplies answers for the next day. Okay, the kids also have a set of help pages. We give them their first copy, all right? And then after that, if they lose them or don't have them for some reason, then it is their responsibility to produce a new copy. They are also able to purchase these help pages in our library over at CHS for $1. It's 10 cents a page for a copy, and there's 10 pages, so it's $1. Or these help pages are also located on our Google Classroom under resources. And if they have a printer at home or a parent has a printer at work, then you're encouraged to print those on your own and save the $1. But they are organized for our daily routines in DGP by the days of the week and the tasks that are attached to each one of those days of the week. So students will be allowed to use these help pages on tests and during daily work. So I strongly encourage students to annotate and highlight their pages for student-specific needs. So here's a glance at our help pages. Okay, the help pages are set up in terms of Monday notes, parts of speech. So you can see they're in a particular order, and there are several different types of that part of speech under each section. But there are also examples of the words that could be that part of speech. There are also the abbreviations that we use for each part of speech in this as well. At the bottom of Monday's help pages are the tenses. You'll notice it also gives examples of combinations of certain helping verbs and participles verbs that will change the part of speech. And then it progresses to Tuesday's notes for sentence parts and phrases. Tuesday's usually the hardest day for kids because they don't know what to label and what not to label. That's why it's very important that they add my order of operations. I've asked them to write that at the top of their help pages here or here, and then that way they know these are the things that I have to label in order. And when students use that order of operations, they're much more successful with Tuesday's work. Wednesday's notes are super simple. Wednesday becomes one of the quickest, easiest days for the kids pretty quickly. All they do is count the number and subject-verb sets. That tells them how many clauses they are. They put their brackets around the clauses, and then they tell, according to how many combinations of clauses or just how many clauses they have, it tells what the sentence type is. They label that, and then they tell what the purpose of the sentence is, and those are the four types of purposes that they've been studying since they were little bitty. Thursday notes, you'll see there's extensive punctuation and capitalization rules listed here. Excellent resource for commas. Makes it really easy to understand. Then Friday's help pages. All sentence diagrams begin with a subject and a verb because every sentence has to have at least one subject and verb. So this is your basic sentence diagram that they'll begin with, and you'll notice this sentence that we'll use as an example starts with this diagram They also will have a prep phrase. So they'll look and find, how do I diagram a prep phrase? They look for a prep, an object of the preposition, and then they'll see, oh, I have to draw these lines for my prep phrase off of what my prep phrase is modifying. Then in this sentence, you'll also see that there's a modifier modifying the subject. And this is how they'll do it. Every modifier in prep phrase is going to come off at an angle. The subject and the verb always sits on the horizontal line. The back page is really just different scenarios after they get into a little more complicated sentences. So that's our help pages. And again, it's highly advisable for students to highlight and annotate according to things that they consistently forget or have to look for. It always helps them find their answers quicker.